Okay, so the poem that you just read, when you started reading it, what kind of things came into your mind? Like, what did you associate the overall poem with?
I think it's kind of like, it's hard to explain because it's kind of reminded me of like, it's gonna sound cringe, but like Romeo and Juliet. Like, it's kind of reminded me of like the two star-crossed lovers, like both for like indignity, like that kind of thing. Like, it just seems like, even if it could be like not in the literal sense of like literally two people, but it could be that who you want to be and who you really are, like you want to be something and you just can't be it, or like something along that line. And like the words were very descriptive in the sense that like it could make you picture your own experiences and link it to it in a way, so people could interpret it like any way, I guess, because everyone has their own experience, so they could link it to literally most things that like they want but they can't be around, or that it's toxic for them to be around. So I think it's a good open like book. It's like people could take it differently, and I like the fancy language.
Do you think that it was good that it wasn't like too specific about like when you said that people can link it to things and interpret it and stuff like that? Do you think it wasn't like too, like the imagery wasn't like too fixed, so you could only really like imagine like one thing when you read it, if that makes sense?
I mean, I think that like having a broader subject is usually the best, because then most people can relate, rather than sticking with like a small subject.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's done really well that it's like made it more broad.
Yeah.
Because if you're linking it to just like one specific subject, only a certain amount of people can relate to it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually that can be a small percentage, because what you go through is not what everyone else goes through.
Yeah.
Whereas if you kind of look at your own experiences and then consider broadening it to write a poem or whatever you write, then it can make it easier for other people to understand. Because a lot of people don't understand poetry because they don't relate, or they just don't understand the language, or they just don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a concept that is overall, even if you don't understand like the really deep meanings and stuff, if you can understand the overall concept, then most people can relate to it.
Yeah. Did you relate to it?
I feel like, I don't know, a little bit,
mm-hmm.
but like, I don't think I'd have as close of a link as some other people would.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, I'm
your
young,
experiences are different.
young and I'm not that experienced with most things.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people that are probably in their 20s or something would really get it, because they've sort of done a lot.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you connected with it in some way or no?
Yeah, I think I connected with it in some way. I think the effects that, like, the poem was trying to express, like the idea that because you can't have something or be with someone or whatever, the effects that it can cause you, I get, like, I can understand it and relate to it, because I think feelings are overall the easiest to understand for most people, because everyone has feelings.
Mm-hmm.
People don't always have the same life experience, but everyone has a feeling tied to it that they can get. So yeah.
Lovely, thank you.